Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead. Mike got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20. Breaks free of the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40 midfield. 40 30 to the coast. 20 15 Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this TGI Mickey Ficky Friday. It's the weekend, baby. And I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning, like that page as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching this on our mobile app, come on, baby. Please don't tell me you didn't know we had a mobile app. What'd you probably miss? What'd you probably miss, man? Come on, man. We got a mobile app. So it doesn't matter. So wherever you get them from, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you get your apps from. Go there. You type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, it takes us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, and not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, and not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles. Thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching this on our Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, do me a favor. Do me a solid, would you? Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel right to your television. Do it. Put it there next to all the big boys. Netflix, Hulu, Apple Plus, Prime, Max, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Stars. Man, I can't wait for Tommy to come back. Power of Book 4. But I digress. Put us there on the big screen. We're on the big screen, right, Vicky? Now you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI and Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online. Want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Man, we got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best Chicago morning sports talk show around. And that's you. So keep them coming, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. And like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check out the chat, because the chat is jumping already. Cornelius Squalls early in the house. Like, what up? Sports owners. Thomas Brown was impressive at the press conference, but it's what he puts on the field that counts. I concur 100%. 100%. Sean Walls, yeah, forget you, dog. I thought about you this morning. He says, a Mickey Ficky TGIF, sports owners, and 10 burpees over the bars is something. That was 3 rounds. Had to do 60 burpees today. It was 3 rounds. It was 3 rounds of deadlifts, 10 deadlifts. And after the deadlift, each round of deadlift, you do 10 burpees over the bar. Then another 10 deadlifts and 10 burpees, 10 deadlifts, 10 burpees. And after that, you run right into 3, what was the other one? Front squats. So you did 10 front squats, 10 burpees, 10 front squats, 10 burpees, 10 front squats, 10 burpees. So 60 burpees, dog. Yeah, not fun this morning. Not fun at all. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr., my man Junior's in the house. What's up, Papa? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Off the Dub is back in the house. What's up, Papa? Yeah, what up, Bears fam? Live channel. Let's get it. We riding around, we getting it. We riding around, we getting it. Yes, we going to, baby. King Booker World in the house. What's up, Papa? Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. That I can promise you. Man, we got a lot to talk. There's so much going on today as far in the world of sports. Oh, my God. Where do we begin? Where do we begin? Guys, you know how we do. I know what we're going to do. Guys, you know how we do the first segment of every show. It's called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
King Booker World, what are you saying? I burped after my 4 boiled eggs and turkey bacon. Thank you for sharing. I guess. My man Junior says, I knew a lot of guys in football that talked a good game, but Daryl, what down is it? Paul weighs him off. That's an inside joke. That's funny. Yeah, I hear you. There have been some, we'll talk about it. Some players, Thomas Brown won that press conference. And I know that, and 225 will get you on the train. But it's a fresh start. The players are talking about it. The players really like him. He's been known as a guy who's demanding of his players. And you can just see by his personality. But again, ultimately, what he does on Sunday is what he's going to be judged by. So we'll see how that plays out. There we go. But let's see. Here we go. First top of the morning topic. Let's see which way do we go. Man, oh man. Wednesday. Man, that was crazy. Uh-oh. Here we go. Man, the Bulls were in the world's most famous arena. Beat the New York Knicks 124-123. Zach LaVine led the way. 31 points, 7 boards, 8 assists. Kobe White had 22 points. Nikola Vucevic, 18 points, 11 boards. P. Will contributed 18 points, 6 rebounds. Let me tell you, it was a phenomenal game. Came down to the wire. The Bulls were down 1. Bulls were down 2. They missed an alley-oop. They're taking the ball out of bounds at the side, three-quarter court. They missed an alley-oop. Who was Josh Giddey? Missed the alley-oop to Zach LaVine. He had to take it out. It came around. Kobe White came around. Took a 3 for the win. Got fouled. Missed it. So he went to the free throw line for 3 free throws. He ended up hitting all 3. And the Bulls took a 124-123 lead. There was about 5 seconds left. The Knicks got it into Jalen Brunson, Chicagoland's very own. His dad coached here. He's coaching with the Knicks actually now. But his dad coached with the Bulls. He grew up in the area here. And he went to Stevenson High School. Took the last shot. Fade away. Man, it bounced. It rolled around the rim. It was halfway down and rolled out. Oh, what a game. That's all I got to say. What a game. Man, that was off the dub. You're right. The Bulls game had a playoff intensity at the end. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It was something that I really wanted to see. You could see you had a lot of guys coming through at the end. A lot of newcomers or youngsters really getting in, really contributing. And I'm not saying 10 points, 12 points, 15 points. I'm talking a key bucket here or there, a key rebound here or there, some good defense here or there. That's what's going to take this team to another level. When you know your role and you know that chances are they're not running plays for you, you got to go get your own. You got to fend for yourself. You got to go get rebounds, putbacks. Then you know what? You do it. And I like the fact that some guys were available, ready, and waiting for a 3-point for a 3-ball when necessary, when people were driving and knocked it down. I'm telling you, that is the team. That's what makes a team. That's what makes a good team. Again, they're not going to win the NBA title. I have no dreams of that. See this team gel and get better. And I'll tell you what. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Fire Marshal Bill. If Zach keeps playing like this, I don't know if I want to trade his ass. I don't know if I want to trade him. Zach did something the other day that I hadn't seen in a while. He had one sequence that was amazing. And I don't know if Steve-O got it on the clip that we got. He had one sequence that was amazing. Let me take this down so I can look at you when he had. I can't remember. I don't think it was Brunson who fouled him. I can't remember. He had a block. He tipped the ball back to Kobe. All right. I forgot who the shooter was. It was in the lane or the free throw line. He goes up for a shot. Zach LaVine blocks it. Tips it back. He blocks it. Tips it back to Kobe. They're off and running. Gets it back to Zach. Draws the foul. Lays it in and one. Zach's playing defense. I don't know if Zach wants to leave Chicago anymore. Because the Zach LaVine I've seen this season is a much more mature one. It's a much more aggressive one. It's a guy who, and again, remember, he just had a kid less than a year ago, I want to say. I don't know if the child is a year old or not. But I'm sure, I can guarantee you, I don't have any kids that I know of, but I can guarantee you that changes you. That you grow up a lot, real fast. You grow the hell up real fast. Seeing your child born, it gives you a different perspective on life. And Zach's a different guy. He's no nonsense. And I'm not saying he doesn't have fun. I'm not saying that at all, because the post-game interview was great with Casey Johnson. But he's more focused. He still takes a couple of heat checks. The heat check he took, oh my God, he nailed it. It was about 5 or 7 feet beyond the arc, top of the key. I was like, holy cow. He hit that one from Jersey. But I'll tell you what, Zach LaVine, he keeps playing like this. I don't know if I want to trade him. I know he's 30, but man, he gives us a great chance to win every single night. And he can do it on both ends of the court. That's the great part. Remember, Zach, I've said it ad nauseum. Zach LaVine doesn't play. It's not that he can't play defense. He chooses not to. Because there have been times I've seen it. I remember Kemba Walker one time. He just gave him the flux, man. He gave him the flux. He was all over him, stole the ball. And they were playing Charlotte one time. Yeah. When he wants to, he can. I don't think he realizes it, or I don't know if that's important to him. You can dominate the game at both ends of the court, offensively and defensively. But man, tell you what, that game Wednesday, woo, Charlie, that was dope. So tonight, the Bulls head out to the land to face the Cavaliers, the undefeated Cleveland Cavaliers at 12-0. Tip-off is at 6:30 p.m. Central, our time. You know, they're an hour ahead, so it's 7:30 over there. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 670 AM. Yesterday, the Blackhawks. Blackhawks fall to the Kraken. Release the Kraken! 3-1. Only Hawks tally. Well, Peter Mrazek, he stopped 23 of 25 shots. And Ryan Donato tallied the only goal for the Blackhawks, his 8th of the year, unassisted. Blackhawks are good. I shouldn't say it. Let me take that back. They're a fun team. They're not a good team. They're a fun team to watch. Next top of the morning topic. Major League Baseball. Steve and I were talking about this right before we came on the show. Major League Baseball had their awards night last night. Steve's like, when the hell are they getting awards night? I'm like, you know what? I don't know. That's something new. But you know what? Everything's got to be a production. All right. The NFL draft wasn't a production. The NFL realized it was a production. It made sense to make it a production. They have the NBA awards. Now they have the MLB awards. I'd never heard of this before. I don't know if it's the first annual. It's got to be, because I don't remember this. I don't remember that. But anyway, you know, they give the MVP, all this other stuff, Silver Slugger, give all those awards out. You would think no one from the Chicago teams would get one, but stand corrected. Garrett Crochet, he won the American League Comeback Player of the Year. Garrett Crochet, remember, he had Tommy John surgery, and to see him come back, I was really, really, really happy that he came back. You know, while they're talking about trading him, of course. Of course. Garrett's only 25. He was 6-12 with a 3.58 ERA, 209 strikeouts in 32 starts to 146 innings. All right. This is his first season as a starter. He missed most of 23 recovering from Tommy John surgery. Remember, if you recall. Among pitchers with at least 140 innings, Crochet led the AL in strikeouts with a 12.88 per 9 innings and was second in strikeout to walk ratio at 6.33. He's the third player to win the award. Liam Hendricks won in 2023. Remember, he had the Hodgkin's lymphoma, and then Jim Thome back in 2006. And just a side note, Red Sox left it. Red Sox and Atlanta Braves. Left-hander Chris Sale, former Chicago White Sox, was named the National League Comeback Player of the Year. So interesting. Another award that was handed out yesterday at the Major League Baseball. Cubbies. You guys got to be happy, huh? Cubsters. Shota Imanaga was second team All MLB. And congratulations to him. Okay, Shota Imanaga. Great stuff. Let's keep it moving. Oh, here. The next top of the morning topic. The Bears. The Bears introduced their new offensive coordinator to the media yesterday, and it was interesting. People talk about he won the press conference. I think he did. And I know it's. Oh, you tell me. Here's one of the things that he said when asked about Caleb.
I think he does a lot well. I think when it comes to just natural ability from throwing the football is, I think, clearly and obvious. I think being able to understand how to get the ball out of his hands as fast as possible when it comes to not the concepts we kind of just end up dialing up, but also being able to let him use his natural God-given ability at times when it's relevant. Not every play, But when it comes to especially situational ball, third down, red zone, and come alive with that.
What did you learn?
That clip courtesy of the Chicago Bears YouTube channel. I like his demeanor. I like the way he handles himself and answered questions. Again, it all, that's fine and dandy. You can sound great, but what you do, how you get your players to perform, that's what's up. That's what you need. Let's see what he say. Junior's talking something. Junior's my man Luis Mejia, rise and grind, baby. Man, I don't know what's going on, dude. It's crazy. Craziness. Yeah, Junior said you sure do grow up. And I was talking about when you have a kid, you know. So Levette Lee's in the house. Good morning, Mom. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Off the dub, we're going to get to that. He says cover topic. Tyson's might be the last time you see one of the greatest fighters fight. I agree. There are no more great boxers anymore. I don't know if I even put Saul Canelo Alvarez. I don't know if I put him in there. I guess I have to. But he's not a heavyweight. There's something about heavyweight boxing. You got two big dudes in there. Man, I remember just watching it for years as a kid. We watched it all the time. And then my aunt would get, we'd always have somebody who'd get the pay-per-view, or they knew how to steal the cable and get it somehow, some way. And we watch all the closed circuits and the pay-per-views. All right, and we're talking back in the Tyson era, even before that, when you had Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Lennox Lewis. Those are some big men. Great, and it's great to see big men pounding on each other. And back then, they had a lot of heavyweights. We'll talk about that a little bit, but yeah, that's good stuff off the dub. Good stuff. Junior said, Jim told me he wanted to hire Mondo as a coach. Does he have a baseball team? Mm. Shorty, he's like, Packers 36, Bears 3. He's like, oops, wrong account. You came from your Bears Country production. That's okay. It's all right. I know who it is, Shorty. Luis, yes. Thank you. He says locker rooms are getting way too loose. They need to keep locker room talk in the locker room. Yes, you do. Man up, shut up, keep everything in house. Yes. Shorty, yes, the fight is this weekend. The fight is tonight. James Ford checking in. Good morning, Papa. I appreciate it. Oh, it says, yes, Jim told me he coaches high school baseball, and he wanted to hire Junior's son, Mondo, as a coach. Okay. Cornelius Squall says, Lennox Lewis should have been in his own class. He was so big. That was a big man. He was like 6'4", 6'5". Yeah, that was a big man. What a British accent. What a British accent. That's crazy. That's actually quite funny. Quite funny. But listen, we're going to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll have more top of the morning topics. All right. So we're going to talk about this Tyson fight. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Move it!
calling. Few will earn the title. United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds, help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
No Caruso for these guys.
Caruso was the one traded for Josh Giddey. Patrick Williams tries a corner three. That's good.
Starting to percolate. That pass should never be allowed, folks, and that's why you don't have time to get there. Going to pull up.
Kicks it out. Sumu wide open, nails the three. They shoot a lot of threes in the top of the NBA. By your local Tri-State Buick dealers.
Hoots looking to retaliate now on Towns.
Easy and one.
Looking to isolate. He's giving Bridges all he can handle tonight.
Vucevic, that left-handed hook. It's a nice.
Bridges 6'6".
Brunson looking to get free.
They want
Brunson gets it. 2 seconds to go. Brunson turns, puts it up for the win. It's off the rim. Looked like it was going to fall through.
How did that ball come?
And the Knicks lose a heartbreaker.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of the MSG Network, Madison Square Garden Network. That was the Bulls with a big win, 124-123 over the Knicks on Wednesday. That was a game, let me tell you. And I'm telling you what I'm starting to see with this Bulls team that I really, really like. Patrick Williams, somebody pissed in his Oreos or had a man-to-man and he listened. But Patrick Williams is getting a lot more aggressive throughout the game. I like that a lot with this guy. How many years? Was this fourth year, fifth year now? How many years have I been yelling, dude, go to the cup, be more aggressive? Finally starting to listen to your guys, your boy. Finally starting to listen to me. I'm a good coach. Doesn't matter what sport. Baseball, football, basketball, I got you. I've coached all of them. No, I didn't coach baseball. Basketball, football, I've coached, and track. Man, be more aggressive. And he's doing it. And he's helping his Bulls team with a win. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's get right to it. Let's continue with where we were. Where'd you go? Yeah, next top of the morning topic. Jaquan Brisker. Sucks. Jaquan Brisker he's our safety. He got placed on IR. That sucks. That means he will miss at least the next 4 games. At least. That's huge. And the thing I'm more worried about him now as a human being, as a young man, than I am as a football player. All right, it's been since October 5th, 6th, something like that. And they thought he'd be able to pass concussion protocol, and he hasn't. So they decided to put him on IR and give him a month off. He had a couple of concussions in previous seasons. He had 2 concussions in 2 previous seasons that were diagnosed. So the thing you have to ask is like, man, how much is it worth to you? How much is it worth playing football? And I know you're trying to get to your second contract. I know it. I get it. I understand it. I understand it completely. But, somehow I just have a feeling he's going to be, he's going to go out not going out without a fight. He's going to do his best to stay. And I get it. Because the amount of money you're making here is not going to be the amount of money you're making when you leave the NFL. Not the amount of money you're going to be making. It's a whole different lifestyle. When you get 6-figure checks every week, yeah, or high 5 figures, but he's probably getting 6 figures. Yeah, those checks are difficult to replace. So you want to hold on as long as you can. Next top of the morning topic, sticking with the Bears-Packers. Bears wide receiver DJ Moore is getting some flack from the Green Bay Packers defensive back Xavier McKinney. McKinney's talking ish, and I get it. I understand it. This is what he said in an interview. He said, the dude walked out on his quarterback. I've been playing football for 5 years now, and I've been watching football for longer than that. And I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. You're supposed to be the guy, and you're walking off the field on a rookie quarterback. Well, you don't have to like it, but I don't see the lie. I don't see the lie. So it's I didn't like when DJ did it. His explanation was just that. I didn't buy it. All right. He basically quit on the play. He was frustrated. And I get it. He may have stepped out of bounds. He tweaked his ankle. I get it. But it doesn't mean you give up on the play. It doesn't mean you give up on your teammates. I'm telling you, this guy, they just don't get along. They don't vibe. They just don't vibe. And I don't know what it is. It's frustrating to me. As we mentioned, many players, or we mentioned, Shane Waldron was fired. We actually have a new offensive coordinator now in Thomas Brown. But many players are coming out and they're talking about, and they've said things before, and now when you hear, it's like, oh, wow. Keenan Allen, I wish I had the clip. I couldn't find the clip. But Dan Reeder asked him, okay? He said he asked Keenan why things didn't work out with Shane Waldron here at Hallis Hall. And he was extremely, extremely honest. He said, I would say he was too nice of a guy. I think during OTAs, training camp, he kind of fell into a trap of letting things go, not holding people accountable. Obviously, those things lead to a slippery slope. And how many times have we heard DJ Moore talked about, hey, we need to go over things. when things that happen and we kind of floss over them, we don't go back and correct them. Cole Kmet said the same thing. Okay, now we're finding out. Okay, it was Waldron who didn't short things up and let bad plays slide. My question is this. As a leader, why wasn't the quarterback making us go through those things? I've been blessed to play with some phenomenal quarterbacks, all-American quarterbacks. George Sierra led us to 2 national championships. Paul Ohm led me to 1 national championship. Tom Chacho, 3 East Coast Athletic Conference ECAC championships when I was in college. First team All-America. And when shit wasn't running right, he stopped practice. We didn't move on. He's like, "Oh, hold on, no, we got to run that back. We got to run that back." Why weren't things run back? That falls on Caleb, and I get it. Caleb, you're young, you're a rookie, but you also have the title of captain. And I know I can guarantee if shit didn't go well at USC, or a play didn't go well at Oklahoma, or a play didn't go well back at Gonzaga, you stopped it and you ran it again to get it right. This falls in his lap as well. And I get it. He's a rookie. These guys are vets. One's a possible Hall of Famer in Keenan Allen, but it doesn't matter. You establish, remember, DJ came out and called you bossy. Where were you? Why weren't you so bossy in those particular times? But get it right. You've got to learn. You've got to grow from this. Because the coach, I'm telling you, those quarterbacks, they didn't need, when it was messed up, the coaches didn't even say anything. Those George, Paul, and Chacho. Those guys, oh, let's run it again. Coach, you got to run that again. Line up. Let's do that again. So it's a learning, a growing experience. But that quarterback, you got to do better. Got to do better. Speaking of, we watched the Bulls, talked about the Blackhawks, the Bulls playing tonight. The next top of the morning topic, remember we discussed this last week or was it earlier this week? Next top of the morning topic, Chicago Sports Network, CHSN, launches its direct-to-consumer service today. They launched their DTC today. All right, so now you can catch, so if you don't, here, it was scheduled to launch October 1st. Okay, but they still hadn't. Thing with Comcast. I mean, it launched October 1st, but it was scheduled that they're supposed to have this ironed out with Comcast, the region's biggest cable provider. They didn't. Okay, they had some with AT&T Uverse, Xfinity. All right, because I watch it. I have it. I have AT&T Uverse. But here's the thing. Here's what's going to happen. Here's how it's going to play out. According to Jeff Agrest from the Chicago Sun-Times, and I talked about the pricing before, but I'll go over it again. Fans can purchase one of 2 direct-to-consumer DTC packages, either $19.99 per month for access for one team's games. It's either one or all. Or $29.99 per month for full access. CHSN is also offering a free 7-day trial of either package. Streams can be cast from the app or to our website to larger screens. So you'd have to hook up your phone and all this. They might as well just get the app. Go to Roku, might as well have their own channel. There's a lot going on with this. Because one, you got shitty teams. The Blackhawks are in the middle of a rebuild. The White Sox suck. The Bulls, in the middle of another rebuild. They don't know if they want to get rid of their best player and trade them or not, or keep them. They don't know what the hell they want to do. And you want people to pay $20 a month for this shit. $30 a month for this shit. You want people to pay for this. For this crappy, these shitty products that you're putting on the field, in the court, and the diamond. You want us to pay for that. I mean, technically, we're paying for it already. You just didn't know it. You didn't know it. If you had the cable, it wasn't free. There's always if you look at your cable bill, there's always a charge. There's I don't know if it's RSN fee. If you ever looked at the breakdown of your cable bill, you're paying for it anyway. But when you're paying for it and you don't know it, it's okay. As opposed to them just coming out and say, hey, we're charging you upfront now. It's a big difference. A big difference in how you feel, because the difference is there is no difference. You're still paying. But if you don't know it's coming out, it's okay. So Shorty said, how did this incompetent staff allow Brisker to finish the game? He was so bad concussed and now it's cost him half the season. You can't look at the staff. This has nothing to do with the staff. This has nothing to do with, they have an independent neurologist who makes that decision. So the Bears staff can't say, okay, go back in, the hell with what he says. No. There's an independent neurologist on the sideline for each team, each sideline. Independent. And he makes that call, not the staff. Before, it was the staff. Follow my finger. What day? Up and down. What day is it? What time is it? You know where you're at. We know what stadium we're in. All right. Those were the questions that you got asked when you got your bell rung. Now it's an independent neurologist. This has nothing to do with the staff, Shorty. Cornelius Squall said, DJ is a pro, so he should act like it. He should. They're not trading DJ, Shorty. They're not trading him. They're not trading him. Nope. Cornelius also says, I heard Flu say several times that he doesn't like mistakes go by. So what the hell has he been doing? Therein lies the question. Therein lies the question. Junior says, I remember well. Let's line it up again. I remember. Oh, Michonne, you says Roku has CHSN now. Okay. So good. That makes sense. So they do have it. You don't have to necessarily stream it, but you can. Okay, good. No, Shorty. So I would imagine I should check. If you have a Roku television, check, and you should be able to download Chicago Sports Network. If it's on a Roku channel, you should be able to. It's good all over the world. Just saying. Ant Moss checking in. What's up, Papa? He says, bear down, Shawn. Bear down, buddy. Appreciate you for tuning in, checking in with us. No, no worries. No, I know, because a lot of people don't realize that about the independent neurologist. And you think, how can, and most people think that, the team, because it was that way for so long. The team doctor would check you out. He's like, hey, doc, I need him. He'd be like, okay, up, down. You know where you're at? You know what day it is? And to know why. You're right. Good. He's good to go, coach. No, not anymore. No. So, or if you have, you can, if they're on Roku, then yeah, you can get it anywhere in the country. And if you're local, go get an antenna. Go get an antenna. You can watch it. Channel 68, 2.2 or 62.3, something like that, if you're local. Pardon me, guys. I don't know if you can hear our landscapers. They decided to cut down a redwood outside the window. I got a show going on here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Next top of the morning topic. I'm excited. I'm excited for tonight. Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight tonight from Arlington, Texas, AT&T Stadium. Kicks off at 7 o'clock Central Time. It will air on Netflix. 8 Eastern, 7 Central. And yesterday, they had their final weigh-in. It was a little crazy because Tyson went up and slapped shit up, man, right across the face. I was like, oh, snap. And Jake Paul took it and was taunting him like that didn't hurt. Well, yeah, it was a slap. It's not gonna hurt. Slap boxing contest. It was just a slap because he thinks you're a little bitch. And Jake Paul, with a little smug self, was like, nothing. So there's a couple things about this. I just texted some of my friends from grammar school. We always try and get together for some cool stuff. And I was like, hey, anyone want to get together for this? Go check out my buddy. Go watch that at my buddy's bar. There's a couple of special rules for this. All right. Couple of special rules. And it's not. So this, according to Associated Press, Schuler, Dixon, their article in the Sun-Times. So several states wouldn't sanction the bout. Texas agreed to a fight that was 8 rounds instead of 10 or 12, with 2-minute rounds instead of 3, and heavier gloves designed to lessen the power of punches. I think it's 14 ounces as opposed to 10 ounces, and that's so Tyson doesn't catch him in the jaw, and his jaw flies squarely out of the ring into the third row. So they're only fighting for 2 minutes. That sucks. And trust me, and Tyson's 58 years old. He hasn't fought in about 20 years. Okay? They're expecting a crowd of 60,000 people. They're expecting a sellout at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Netflix offers the bout at no additional cost of more than 280 million subscribers. So, man, globally. So, dude, this might be, think of how many people are watching this. And in case you're wondering about the purse, no problem. Paul, according to reports, Paul will get 40 million for the fight. And Tyson will get 20. I think those are all the deets. The important deets. If you have any other questions regarding the fight, let me know. I'll talk about it. I'll make sure I get it. Aunt Maj, you're a fool. Jake Paul thinks growing a Chuck Norris beard, he will be, Chuck Norris. Dude. Junior says Jake Paul's whole body turned red after he got slapped. Yes, it is. Luis, the fight's free, Luis. The fight is on Netflix. So it's not a pay-per-view, nothing. It's on free. If you have a Netflix, let's try this again. If you have a Netflix subscription, you can watch it for free. Amos, Jake has 10-ounce gloves. Tyson has 20-ounce gloves. Oh, man. Oh. DC, Derek Carter checking in. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. He says, I think I want Thomas Brown as the head coach. He gives me Mike Tomlin vibes. We'll talk about that after the break. We'll talk about that. Yeah, so if you've watched Tyson train, and I've watched, Paul's a decent fighter. Okay? But he's fought, he's 10-1, but he's fought all MMA and like washed up fighters. Okay? He's a social media influencer. He's 10-1 with 7 knockouts against MMA and journeyman boxers. Dog. Did you hear the interview? Hold the freaking door. Did you hear the interview that Mike Tyson gave that little girl? Dude, he scared the shit out of her. She was just like, okay. Well, she asked him about his legacy. He was like, and he went off like, what's legacy? We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. And I'm like, dude, she's like 13 years old, 14 years old. Like, leave your dark, sadistic side alone. It's a little girl. Dude, who saw that? Who saw that interview with that young lady? Man, like, Tyson, chill out, bro. Like, that's why I'm worried. I'm not worried. I'm excited because I want to see Jake Paul get the shit knocked out of him. See him where he can't see so well, where he can't walk. Because he's been ducking Kendall Gill. Kendall Gill's been calling him out. Kendall Gill's a professional boxer. He understands. He knows. He respects the art of boxing. And when Jake Paul fights MMA guys and guys over the hill, come on, man. Just so he can say, "Oh man, I'm a boxer now. I can do this." No, dude, stop. Now you better get 40 mil, because half or 3/4 of that shit's going to your medical bills once Tyson unhinges your jaw. If you saw the way Tyson is working out, that animal is back. Jake Paul, I can see it now. I can freaking see it now. Jake Paul is going to be running around that ring like a beep beep road runner. I want to see Tyson connect to his ribs. I want him to punch into his lungs. I'm telling you, I want him to break his freaking ribs and it come up with a big uppercut and a left hook, and I want to see his jaw go flying into the third row. His whole jaw dislodged and flying into the third row, and I will be happy. I will be happy. Off the Dove says, you ever see a lion play with his food before he eats it? Hey, Tyson ain't playing with his boy. Tyson ain't playing with his boy. He's coming out. He's going to come out just like he did before because he knows he's going to destroy this freaking clown. Bishop, what's up, Papa? Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. Keith Harris is in the house. I'm telling you, I want to see Tyson destroy. I want to see him hit him in the ribs and him start crying like a little sissy. I want to hit him in the ribs, and all of a sudden his arms go down because he broke his ribs, and then I want to see a left hook. A right hook to the ribs, a left hook to the jaw, and his jaw goes flying into the third row. And let me tell you, I will be happy as a pig in slop. Because Jake Paul has made a mockery of boxing. Ducking people. My guy Kendall Gill's been calling him out for years. He's been calling him out. Like, get in the ring with me. Get in the ring with me. And like, no. I'm like, because you a buster, because you know Kendall Gill will put them hands on you, dog. I am excited. And I know it's Tyson said he's not doing it for the money. Stop lying, dude. Stop lying, bro. Yeah, there's an undercard. There's an undercard, Luis. He says, are there any other fights? Yeah, there's an undercard. So it starts at 7, but who knows what time that fight's going to go off. I don't know. It could be 10. I don't know how many. It didn't say. Yeah. Pardon me. Let me look. Yeah, so there's a women's fight. There's a high-profile championship fight on the card, a co-main event of Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. They apparently had in 2022 in Madison Square Garden. They said it was the first time a women headlined a boxing event at Madison Square Garden. Taylor won the split decision, but they're talking for a rematch now. So there's probably 4 or 5. I didn't see when I was reading the article. I should have just highlighted it. What the undercard is going to be and how many fights the undercard is going to be. But there is going to be an undercard. No, Keith, it's an actual fight. Bishop says, is this a charity event or an actual fight? It's an actual fight. So I'm telling you, I want to see Tyson come out like the Tyson we knew. Because listen, Jake Paul, you ain't a killer, bro. You ain't a killer. There's no eye of the tiger. Like, you can be aggressive. You can be, you can want to win at all costs and everything. But Tyson is a different breed. Am I lying? He's a different breed. Like, the way he came up, the way his life is, like, dude, he's sadistic. He's sadistic. And if you think about it, man, he might be mad that you're getting 40. He's only getting 20 mil. Maybe he uses that as motivation. Maybe. But I'll tell you what, I want to see Tyson hurt this boy. Hurt him. Where he contemplates life. Where he contemplates, I don't know if I'm ever going to get in the ring again. When I wake up from this coma that I have because I got blood clots on my brain because of the 2-piece he gave me. Luis, you're a fool. I'm knocking G-Force out. I'm telling you, said that, dog. I'm telling you, I've never been this adamant about me wanting to see someone get knocked out. Somebody actually get hurt. Legally in the boxing ring. I want him to break his ribs, bust his jaw. And then when he's on the ground whimping like a little sissy, I told you you couldn't hang with me. I told you little bits. Off the dub. He said Jake Paul making me mad because he's trying to take one of my boxing heroes at his retirement age to use as a win on his boxing career. Hey, listen. I don't think it's a win for Jake Paul, bro. Have you seen Tyson train? Have you seen the video? Like, he's going out there, and I hope it's not a wink, wink. Oh, I'm going to throw a couple shots at you or something. You know what I mean? I don't want that. I mean, not that the boxing's ever been fixed before, so no, that would never happen. But for all intents and purposes, Tyson should destroy this kid. Bishop says, oh, hell, an actual fight means this goes on your record. Tyson can't have a loss against a non-boxer. I agree. Suffer for a round before putting him down. Well, don't forget, I don't know when you checked in. The rounds are only 2 minutes. So many states did not want to sanction this bout. Texas did, which is why it's in Texas. But the rounds are only 2 minutes instead of 3, and the gloves are heavier. I think they're 14-ounce gloves as opposed to 10. So it's a little more padding from these punches. But only 8 rounds. All I know is Jake Paul better have on his running shoes because he'll be running. Tyson is going to hunt you down. He will hunt you methodically. He will cut off the ring. He'll cut off the ring, get you there, and when he gets him in that corner, my goodness, I want to see a kidney explode. I know I'm sadistic. I know that's wrong of me, but you know what? Don't make a mockery of boxing like Jake Paul has. Stop ducking these. Stop ducking real fighters. You want to be a boxer? Then box. Don't box MMA guys. All right, don't box over the hill fighters and come out and act like you're a great boxer. You're not. You're just rich. You made money. You great at promotions. You promote this thing. And you know why people are buying this so many times, all your fights? They want to see you get your ass kicked. I hope and pray that happens today. I hope and pray that happens tonight. I'm telling you. I want to see a shot to the ribs or the kidneys where he just crumbles. And as he's crumbling, Tyson hits him with a hook. Unhinged, his jaw flies into the third God-blessed row. And then there's a camera that follows it. Shorty says, why are there only 2-minute rounds? Whose ass are they afraid will get kicked? The old man's? No, I think they're afraid that Jake Paul is going to get his ass kicked. King Booker Will said, I hope this man Tyson didn't get in the best shape he's been in years. This would be a job. Yeah, I hope so. I was saying that too. I hope it's not I'll beat you, but I'm not going to destroy you. No. Hey, King Booker World Jr. said the same thing. King Booker World said he was red as a stop sign from a slap. What do you think is going to happen from a full assault? Cornelius says, Shawn, why so violent? Because I have anger issues, damn it. Why do you think I played football for so long? Why do you think I was so good at football? I have anger issues. I got a lot of problems with you people. The Bishop says he better wear Depends because he may shit himself. He might lose bodily function, and that would be the buttermilk icing on the cake if Tyson hit him so hard that he lost bodily function and shit on himself. That would cement the legacy of Mike Tyson. He could die 10 minutes after the fight, and his life is complete. He made someone shit themselves. Oh, man. Cornelius, I'm telling you, when I played ball, when I ran angry. I ran angry. When I was picking up pass pro, I blocked angry. Yes. That's tonight, 7 o'clock. Again, I don't know exactly what time that fight's going to be because there is an undercard. I don't know how long it is. There is one other championship match right before. It's a women's bout. But I don't know if it's a 4, 5, 6 bout undercard. I don't know. But it starts at 7. So I'll probably get to my buddy's bar like 7:30, 8 o'clock. All right, and see how many more fights there are. But it's going to be a good night to watch. I'm telling you. When you see that Joker's jaw flying into the third row, you're going to think of me. You're going to think of me like, damn. Listen, let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we're going to get into this bear stuff, baby. We're going to get into this bear stuff. We got a lot to talk about. Don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Brian Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Primary things he was looking to change was the in-game communication. What do you think was lacking? Even speaking from like a coordinator, like a play caller perspective, what do you think was lacking with the in-game communication from play caller to players?
I want to say probably like when we want to call, or it's probably like a drive too late, or like we wanted to make adjustments and we just wait till halftime to make it, and then we don't get the same look. So I can see what he mean by that right there.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. That clip courtesy of the Chicago Bears. That was DJ Moore. All right, there's so many things that are coming out now about Shane Waldron. And my question is a couple things. Here's a couple things that I have for that. All right. First and foremost, I get it. I know I went off on Caleb a little earlier, but, you know, it shouldn't be a leader. And you're a rookie. I get it. There should be enough veterans on that team. Keenan Allen, DJ Moore. All right, Cole Kmet. When shit ain't going right, we need to run that again. QB, coach, we need to run that again. Okay. I know Caleb is a rookie. Oh, he has been getting bossy. He could have been a little bossy. All right, with stuff in practice. All right. And then they talked about in-game communication. They did make good adjustments at halftime. They did. Very, very good adjustments. But they wanted to, the players wanted to make adjustments during the game. not just necessarily halftime. And I get it. Because if you come off, believe me, I've come off plenty of times and told the offensive coordinator, hey, look, this, let's try this, let's try this, let's try this, let's do this, let's do this. I see this guy's sneaking, he's creeping up, he's gonna get burnt. I can get him on an out and up. All right, we can get him with a shot over the middle. All right, he's gonna blitz, or I can beat him, whatever it was. I'd like to have my voice heard, in my opinion validated, or my opinion taken into account. Luckily, toward the end, I'd had enough respect and had enough accolades and MVPs and stuff like that, and rushing titles, where my suggestions were strongly considered. Strongly considered. But yeah, and you want stuff to happen next drive. You want shit to change next drive. And Thomas Brown is going to be up in the box, which I like. I love that. I love it. 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 All right. Relay it down, because he'll be directly connected to Caleb, and he can say, hey, and listen, here's the cool thing about it that I like. Remember, he has access to him until 15 seconds left in the play clock. So you call the play, boom. All right, you walk up, 21, 20, 19. All right, look at that safety. He's coming down. We saw this yesterday. We saw this on tape. He's probably going to slide left, think, get into a cover two, think about the middle or that corner shot for DJ. Okay, you can talk to him up until 15 seconds, which I like. And remember what I said. And here's why I think this offense will do better today. When you're number 2 in charge, we've all been there. I said this on Wednesday. We've all been there. We've been second in charge. We've been number 2 where, we're behind number 1. Number 1's the guy that makes all the decisions. That's why they make the big bucks. We don't make the big bucks. Number 1 the guy in charge makes. We don't. And it's easy for us to see the issue. Easy. Easy for us to see what's going wrong, but we're not in charge. That's a great. He calls this. Yeah, I knew that wouldn't work. He called this. I knew that wouldn't work. He called this. Yeah, I knew that would work. Or you have ideas of your own. When you see, especially when you're a competent in anything, but you're a competent coach and you see things that aren't being coached properly, yeah, you have an idea. So he should have an idea. Thomas Brown should have an idea of what's necessary for Caleb to be successful. He was a former running back. I guarantee you he's going to run the ball. I guarantee you. Now, can we hit the hole? We've got to win the possession, the time of possession. We got to do that. And if you listen to what he said, this is stuff I've been saying all year long. Listen to him again, and listen to him talk about getting the ball out on time, get into the playmaker, get it quick, get it out of his hands. Check it out.
I think it does a lot well. I think when it comes to just natural ability from throwing the football is, I think, clearly and obvious. I think being able to understand how to get the ball out of his hands as fast as possible when it comes to the concepts we kind of just end up dialing up, but also being able to let him use his natural God-given ability at times when it's relevant. Not every play, but when it comes to especially situational ball, third down, red zone, and come alive with that.
What did you learn?
You hear him? Get the ball out of your hands quick. On third down, when we need you to be special, be special. Get the ball out of his hands quick. I hope I'm going to see a lot more slants. 5-yard in, some quick outs. They're playing man. I think they're going to play a lot of man against us. If they play a lot of man against us, DJ Moore better have a phenomenal game. He better have 10 targets. DJ Moore is one of the best wide receivers against man coverage. Roma Dunze, Cole Kmet, those guys should have great days. We're going to see some screens. Give me some screens. I want to see DeAndre Swift go crazy again. Run the ball, get the ball out of his hands quickly. You're talking Derek Carr. You said you get Mike Tomlin vibes. I like it a lot. I do too. He has an aura about him. And again, it's not going to matter how well he talks and presents himself. It's going to matter how well he calls plays. That's what's going to matter. How well does he call plays? Again, chopping down the redwood in front of my freaking house. Keith Harris says, Coach Brown moving upstairs to the box. He can see the game better and call the game better. Having a running back background, we'll see a different style of offense, run-centric, more play action and quick passes. I agree, yes. The only thing, though, he's going to be – you don't like him being in the booth, Cornelius? I do. I love it a lot. Rojo up the middle and Swift on the outside. Hey, I got to eat some crow. I didn't think DeAndre Swift was as good of an inside runner as he is. I didn't think he was that good. So Rojo up the middle, definitely not on the outside, but DeAndre Swift can do it all. Junior says, I remember Dim Light was going against 300. Who's Dim Light? It's going against 340-pound DT. I was 270. I would get the DT to bull rush, and the DN was uncovered. Shawn and I cut our man, and the passing lane open. Yeah. Yep. I was a master of the cut and quick fast. Let's see. You said if receivers have suggested how to get up to the booth, there's a phone. Yeah, we had that in college, and professionally when I played, yeah, we had a phone. You get right to the phone. Hey, here's what I'm seeing. Blah 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 blah. And he'll call. He'll say, hey, whoever this person is down on the field, okay, he'll tell them, hey, when they come off, get DJ on. When they come off, get Caleb on. When they come off, I need to speak to this guy. Come over, boop, boop, do him. Oh, okay, Junior. But here's another scathing indictment of Coach Eberflus. This was a shit show this week because this is Packer week. The most storied rivalry in the history of the NFL. It's been one-sided, very sided in favor of the Packers. They've beaten us 10 times in a row, 25 out of the last 30, including postseason. Hasn't been much of a rivalry for a while. And we're not even talking about Bears-Packers. That's been so far from everyone's mind. Bears-Packers. Been so far from everyone's mind. It's the firing of Shane Waldron. It's all the other stuff. This is what's called a distraction. And I knew it was going to be like this because Coach couldn't handle it last week with the Tyreek Stevenson thing. when instead of saying, "Hey, we're on to Milwaukee, we're on to Green Bay, we're on to there." Oh, they just took. I wonder if it's right in front of the house. You know, they let it go. And when stuff happens, you have to let it go quickly. Again, which is why Bill Belichick was so great. Because so oftentimes they're like he would piss off the media when they asked a question about the last game and it's Wednesday, he's like, we're on to the next week. We're on to the next opponent. We're on to Buffalo. We're on to Milwaukee. We're on to Minnesota. We're on to Miami. We're on to San Francisco. And that was his response. And that's what he told his players. That's what he told his coaches. Don't answer any questions about last week because it's over. Period. You had us Sunday after the game. You had us Monday. Wednesday, we're on to the next thing. But because all the nonsense, all the distractions, this is a distraction. And then if I don't know if you heard allegedly, and I don't know about the rumors with Tyson Bajan's dad. I shouldn't comment on rumors. So I won't. I was thinking, should I? Yeah. There was just word stuff on who's feeding people bad info. So there's a lot going on. And again, Coach Flus, can you get your guys focused? Can you get your guys to be all in on Green Bay? Everybody's answering questions. Yesterday was Thursday. They had a chance to meet the coordinators. So everyone's talking about what are you going to do? What are you going to run with Caleb? What do you see? What can you do? All these other things. Not about the Green Bay Packers. How are you planning to play it? They're asking him. They're asking the players. Everything. They're not focused on Green Bay, which has me worried. Big time. Green Bay is already going to kick our ass. They have one of the best run games in the league. Josh Jacobs is fourth in rushing, I want to say. They won 2 games with Malik Willis. What do? They ran the ball. Where are we weak? Our defensive line. Andrew Billings is out. That hurts. Javon Dexter needs to have a huge game. Montez Sweat, how's the shin? I don't know. We're going to find out. Linebackers going to be running. Man, get some rest, TJ Edwards, Trevon Edmonds, and Edwards. Get some rest. Excuse me. Because them linebackers are going to be running. You're going to be chasing Josh Jacobs a lot. The one thing that really gives me hope, and having hope is a dangerous thing. Just ask Red from Shawshank Redemption. This tells Marty. Jordan Love this is the only hope I have. Jordan Love has had 14 turnovers in the last 7 games. That's 2 a game. That's 2 a game. A hell of a lot more than Green Bay wants to see him turn the ball over. We got to get 3 or 4. We got to get a cut. We got to get more than 2. We got to get Jordan Love to turn that ball over. We got to get to him. Listen, his quarterback rating when he's under pressure is like 51% or 51, give or take. When he's not under pressure, it's up over 100. So we got to get pressure on Jordan Love. He will turn the ball over when there's pressure. So Kyler Gordon, we need some Coach Eberflus. We need some corner blitzes. We need some stunts. We need to see some twists. We need a lot. We need to get pressure on Jordan Love to get him to increase the probability of him turning the ball over. We need that. King Booker World. Yes. Love will give them the ball. They have to take advantage. Yes. Yes. Keith Harris Bishop says we would need to see more 3 linebacker sets to fill the void in the run game defense. Yeah. You're going to see a standard 4-3 defense. I want to see more aggression. I mean, this is the game. You want to have a coming out party? You want people to talk about you? Javon Dexter Sr., here is your opportunity. Javon Dexter has a great opportunity to get thrust on the national scene. Big rivalry game. His behemoth nose tackle is out, and you give me 8-10 tackles, Javon? Give me a couple TFLs, a couple pressures. Yeah. This is the game where he's going to have to do well. He's going to have to step his game up. I'm leery about this. And Mr. Shorty said, you forget our offensive line got sniped. Yes, I did not forget that. And here's how you help that. You run the ball. You run the ball. Short passes. Give me hooks. Give me curls. Give me short ends. Give me drag routes. Give me these things. And I hope Thomas Brown has married Caleb's drops with the route concepts that he has on particular plays. How many times have we seen Caleb at the top of his drop and the receivers aren't even looking back? They're still in the middle of their route. It means he has to have a 5-step drop or needs 2 more. And Caleb has to have a great game. He's got to understand when it's man, where to throw it, how to throw it, and when it's zone, where to throw it, how to throw it. Caleb has to do a better job, and hopefully Coach Brown's going to help him and say, hey, listen, this is a fastball. This one you can put some air under. Put it under, throw it out there, let him go get it. Don't hang that one up. He's going to get killed with a safety coming off the hash or the single high coming out of the middle of the field. Don't put too much air under it. You're going to have to throw it over this linebacker. It's going to have to be a humpback line drive. And I hope they're working on this. Because all these things, again, if you take care of all the little things, there are no big things. If we take care of all those things, I think the Bears have a good chance of winning. We got to stop the run. Yeah, but listen, guys, I'm telling you, I believe that this offensive line can get a lather going, get a rhythm going. And that means you got to stick with it. You can't just, we got first down, run, gain of 1. Second down, gain of 2. Third down, you pass, none. You can't stick with it for one series. You have to be committed to that run game. Because the 1 and 2 yard runs are going to be 3 and 4 yard runs. Then they're going to be 5 and 6 yard, 6 and 7 yard runs. Because you stay committed. And then you get the quick game as well. There's a lot you can do to help a struggling an offensive line that's inferior to a defensive line. A lot you can do. Now we'll see if if Thomas Brown can do that. I hope he can. Going back to this whole thing, this a scathing indictment of Eberflus. He's what did I have? Dead man coaching, dead man walking. Remember I had that screen, that the overlay the other day? Dead man walking. I got rid of it. Biscuit. But this is on his watch. Like, I don't get it. Like, again, first of all, you have some veterans on there who should have stepped in. But secondly, Matt Eberflus, don't you see this? Don't you see? Didn't you see Shane Waldron allowing things to slide? Didn't you see that? Isn't that unacceptable for you and your HITS program? And if it is, why haven't you stepped in before now? So now we see why the leadership council went to him and said, coach us harder. You see why Mercedes Lewis and those guys said, coach us harder. Hold us accountable. And that's frustrating when it's your job. That's frustrating that you're not stepping up when your job, ultimately, you are the one who's going to take the fall. You know that nice house you have on the lake up north that we saw in Hard Knocks? Start packing. Start packing. Like, I see that and I'm like, look, you're living a good life. You're living a great life. The house you have is on the lake. Your backyard backs up into the lake. Beautiful, beautiful home. Don't you want to stay there? You better coach your ass off. Do you have it in you? I don't know. All right, you get too much coach speak from him, and it seems like he's tough, but I don't think he is. I don't think he is. And that's the problem. Because if you were tough, you'd held a lot of people accountable before this. So just think, you can always go back and watch Hard Knocks, see your house, because you're not going to be living there much longer. DC says Flus is gone, Shawn, in my opinion. Yep. Dead man walking. The only way is if we get to the playoffs, and we'll probably have to win a playoff game. Because if we get to the playoffs, let me tell you what's going to happen. That means Caleb will be playing well, which means Thomas Brown will be a phenomenal coach. And the most important thing this year and next year is the development of Caleb Williams. And are you going to want to do that to Caleb when he has a successful end of the season? And the answer is, I don't think they care. Justin Fields finished the year, 6-2? With all arrows pointing up. And they got rid of him. So you think they'll get rid of Flus? It wouldn't surprise me. Even if this offense, but if this offense goes on a 10, we start scoring 25, 30 points a game and winning, because of the opponent we have, all the opponents are going to be good. Everyone in our division is over 500. San Francisco's a perennial Super Bowl contender, and the Seahawks. Let's see where the Seahawks are. All right, the Seahawks, they suck like us. Oh, they're 4-5 like us. San Fran's 5-4. Well, you can't really say. Arizona and San Fran are 5. Oh, Arizona's 6-4. San Fran's 5-4. The Rams and Seattle 4-5. But now's a good time. Now's a good time to get your shit together. Now's a good time to play free. You know, remember one of the things I said the other day was, are they coaching the Caleb out of Caleb? Asking him to be too conservative. You know, if he gonna throw, everyone talks about he's throwing. Here's what you're doing. You're taking his knees out from him. We've seen Caleb make phenomenal plays. Throw the ball down deep. Let him make phenomenal plays. And I get it. You don't want all these interceptions, but sometimes it's necessary. So you got to make up your mind. Are you winning this year or are you developing Caleb this year? Because you can do both, but don't be so negative Nancy. Don't be so conservative. Caleb's game is not conservative. He's a big game hunter, just like Justin Fields was. He's a big game hunter with a lot of weapons now. A lot of weapons. Let him be him. Give me some slants. Give me some curls. Give me a post corner. Give me a corner. Give me a go route. Why are they not running go routes and taking that shot? Caleb, if you can't get it, you throw it out there. Let him go get it. If you overthrow him, good. Do not underthrow him. Do not underthrow him. Roma Dunze, here you go, Papa. 4.3 speed. Let's go. DJ Moore, go get it. There's a lot that I didn't see here. Like, there's nobody. I think Thomas Brown might be the only guy that I consider. No, him and Eric Washington. But Eric Washington might be a yes man. He might be one of those good soldier type guys. Not a bad thing. I'm just saying this is what it seems to me what he is. But I like Brown's attitude. I like his presentation. I like his demeanor. So I want to see if he gets these boys playing. Because we don't have any badass coaches. What do they say? Attitude reflects leadership, Captain. I should. Oh, I don't have it over here. I got a whole bunch of Bears knit hats that are dope. I should give one away, but I don't know. We'll see. Attitude reflects leadership, Captain. What movie is that from? Give me a badass. Give me a leader that we believe in, that we're going to run through a wall for. King Booker World, remember the Titans. Very good. Give me a leader that we can believe in. Give me a Mike Tomlin. Oh, you had a chance to get a Jim Harbaugh, but you didn't bring him in. Why? Because he would have taken all the attention away from you. There you go, chopping the red. No, they chopped down the big bush in front of my house, my window. So now I got to close the curtains and stuff because it was a big bush, so you couldn't see in, even when the leaves were falling. There's no dope-ass leaders on this team. Coaches. There's no, you need alphas. You need alpha males. You need alpha males, but you know what? Ryan Poles isn't going to get alpha males because he doesn't want to get overshadowed. He doesn't want to get enveloped in the personality of the head coach. He doesn't want the coach to get all the limelight, all the spotlight, all the shine. He doesn't want that. He still wants to be the smartest guy and the most important guy in the organization. Off the dub, you're right. I've never seen Flus get on a player hard on the sideline like Ditka used to. Yes, I agree. Sometimes you got to go get him and say, hey, you screwed up. You saw there's a clip online from Mike Tomlin that talks about leadership. And he goes, the guy got a cheap penalty. He goes, hey, what are you doing? He goes, this is bigger than you. And the guy walks away and goes, stand here, look at me. He goes, this is bigger than you. You got to do better. But that's Mike Tomlin. That's Mike Tomlin. So my question, like this, there's so much involved in being a head coach. So much. And I'm not saying that, excuse me. I'm not saying that Eberflus can't be a good head coach, but he's got to start. You have plenty of mentors. You got Nick Saban at your disposal. Reach out to him. Talk to him, coach. I'm having trouble. What can we do? Here's a question. You know what Nick Saban's going to tell you to do. You know it. You just want confirmation. And that's okay. Because if you know what Nick Saban's going to tell you to do, and that was what you kind of planned or wanted to do, don't worry about being these guys' friends. They don't need you as a friend. They need you as a coach and as a leader. You know, that Tyreek Stevenson thing. Monday, come out. Tyreek Stevenson is going to be benched. He's not going to start the game. He'll sit a couple of series and then we'll put him back in. I'm not answering any other questions on that. Next. Period. End of story. We're moving on to the next game. That's how you handle the media. That's how you get everybody focused. We're not talking about last week. We're not talking about what happened Sunday. Sunday's long gone. It's over with. Let's focus on this week. Too many distractions have been allowed to seep in. Because if you do that, the players know you mean business. But he's already shown that he can't. I'm telling you, as a teacher and as a coach, this is how you need to be. And I remember Mr. Kosticki, Mr. K. I was a freshman. No, I admit. I was a sophomore in high school. And Mr. Kosticki was one of the best English teachers I've ever had. I had great English teachers at St. Rita. Great English teachers. Dr. Racky, God rest his soul. My junior and senior year, phenomenal. Mr. K, Mike Kosticki, my sophomore year, and Mr. Vit Brightis, my freshman year. But I noticed, and I asked Mr. K after I left his class, in my junior year and my senior year, he was a son of a bitch, man. He was a son of, you come in, don't come in late. First of all, you get a jug. You got to go out. And you knew you played football. Don't talk in class. God forbid you come at him with a smart-ass remark. He nipped shit in the bud quick, fast. And he was on us. And as the year went on, he eased up a little bit. And I say that to say this. When you're a coach or you're a teacher or you're a person in authority, you have to be on the people that you're in charge of. They have to realize boundary. There's a distinct boundary. You're the coach, I'm the player. You're the teacher, I'm the student. You're the parent, I'm the child. There needs to be a distinct boundary. And they don't have to like you. They will respect you, though. And as time goes on and they earn your trust, you can ease up a little bit, because you can always go back to being a jagoff. You can always go back to being a mean son of a bitch if they want to start give a minute to taking a mile. You can always go back to that, and they know that in the back of their head that he can be this way. But when you start off soft and you let shit slide, and then you want to tighten the screws defensively, then you want to come down to people and like, man, get out of here. Get out of here. You're crazy. How many of you have kids? You know what I'm talking about. How many of you big coaches? You know what I'm talking about. How does this not resonate with coaches? How does that resonate? Shane Walter, you don't have to be a jag bag, but you can say, hey, you know, we're not going to let that slide. I don't mind you getting crazy, but you know what? No one disrespects him. No one steps out of line with Vic Fangio's defense. And he's not a guy who gets loud and crazy and rah-rah. So you don't have to be a loud and crazy rah-rah guy to get to show that you mean business. I've been there, done that as a coach, as a teacher. And it seems like, and if you listen to what these players are saying about Thomas Brown, they're like, oh, man. Is this the one? This is what I showed you last week. He was voted the number 2 top offensive coordinator in NFLPA, the Players Association survey last year. He's well-liked, but also intentional and demanding of his players. You're dealing in the NF goddamn L. Players want to be coached. You realize players want to be coached because if they're good, you know what that means? Cha-ching! Cha-ching! They may not even realize it at first, but afterwards they're like, oh, damn. He stayed on me. He allowed me to form my good habits. And this is what this Bears team needs to do. And I hope Thomas Brown's able to do that because he's been here all year. So they know how he is. And they know that he couldn't get his way because his style, his handprint on this team because he was number 2 in charge. But you know, we're all humans. You know what you can get away with whom, don't we? Don't we? You know which parent you can give a sob story to and which one you can't. You know which person at work you can talk to and which one you can't. You know which one of your supervisors you can give a sob story to and excuses, and you know which one you can't. This is the one. That was okay. Trying to here, Mercedes Lewis on the value of the presence and energy of new offensive coordinator Thomas Brown. This is from Dan Wiederer as well. That's just ball, man. Regardless of whether it's on a Sunday during games or a practice, even just around the building, you want that spark, right? It's good to feel good. It's good to feel good when you work. He's the guy who brings it every day, and he's one of those dudes where if you're not having your best day, just running into him can change that. The energy is infectious. And yeah, it's good, man. It is. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. Because this Packer team ain't no joke. You think they're coming in? And it might be a letdown game for them. It could be a trap game. But I'll tell you what. I'll tell you LaFleur's like, don't let this be a trap game. Offensive line, we're going to run about 30 freaking times. I guarantee you. I don't know for sure. But I guarantee you. As they tell it, we're running the ball 30 times. Their run stuffer, Andrew Billings, is out. We're going at them jokers. We could tell they ran with Malik Willis. Dude, they've run the ball with Aaron Rodgers, with Brett Favre. They've run the ball. It's not rocket science. They run the ball. They're in Green Bay. Throwing it 85 times a game is not conducive to the outdoor conditions they have up there. They have to run the ball. And when they saw that Andrew Billings is going to be out, you don't think they're going to run the ball? Come on, man. You just paid Josh Jacobs $10 trillion. You think he's going to run the ball? He's like third or fourth in the NFL right now in rushing. You don't think they're going to run the ball? Jordan Love is giving the ball away 2 times a game. You don't think they're going to run the ball, get the ball out of his hands? So I'm not very high this week on our Bears. I'm hopeful for Thomas Brown and his energy. I want to see some new things. I want to see timing. I want to see more things married up properly, synced up properly, dropbacks with route concepts. I want to see that. I want to see more quick game. I want to see more screens. I want to see more runs. I want to see more counter. I want to see more. Dude, I'm telling you, what did I say? On 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, everyone knows what's happening. We're bringing in the big boy. And what you do is you start on the right side. And if they overload the defense's left, our right, no problem. Now you can put them in motion. Or just put him in the eye. Put him in the eye. Now you really don't know which way he's going. But they haven't run left yet out of that eye. They haven't run left. They have not run left. So defense is going to say, all right, to our left, offense is right. They're probably going to run. Now run left. Now run left. Now people are like, shit, I don't know what side they're going to run. Because you can have two tight ends. You can have a tight end, a wing over here, and another tight end over here. And okay, defense, strong left. Offense is right. There aren't as many people on the left side. And you got a 300-pound guy with a head start, runs weak side. In 2006, when I was the league MVP, we ran weak side like a son of a gun. It's a numbers game. All these things that I hope Thomas Brown is seeing. Remember, it's easy to see it when you're not in that seat making the decision. Easy. How easy is it for us to give advice to our friends because we're not going through what they're going through? How difficult is it sometimes for us to follow our own advice? Advice that we give to our friends, we're in a similar, almost exact same position, but we can't follow it. Hopefully, again, he's taken everything he's seen, all the bad stuff that he's seen, all the unsynchronized pass drops with route concepts, the lack of screens, the lack of short passing game, the lack of the commitment to the run. Hope he's seen all that and said, if I get a chance, this is what I'm going to do. Well, guess what? You got your chance, Coach Brown. You got your chance. You got your Coach Brown, you're up next. Don't waste it. This is a very pivotal up. Because this could be a situation where they end up keeping Flus because you get Caleb, you develop Caleb to the point where Caleb is back in the offensive rookie of the year conversation. I don't think he's going to win it, but he can be in the conversation. You can get to the point where this offense is running efficiently with Caleb at the helm, where people can't stop our run game or our short passing game. If you get to that point, guess what that does for you? Your stock goes through the roof. Now, if you want to be an offensive coordinator, they'll probably keep you here as the offensive coordinator. If you want to go become a head coach, they will. Your stock will be extremely, extremely valuable. Be high. Rashawn Walls, yes. A quick tempo would be nice. Thanks, Keith said, nice hat, Shawn. Thanks, Papa. I appreciate it. But Shawn, that's so funny because I said that the other day when he got hired, like the Thomas Brown affair. the Thomas Crown affair is a movie, a book. Oh man, that's funny. See, it's funny. It's great when you have older people, you have educated people you're talking to. Oh man. But you want to hear my prediction? I'll give you my prediction. Bears lose. I don't want to put the other team's name up there. Screw them. Bears lose 31-17. That's my prediction. Bears lose 31-17. I don't know. I just don't. I hope I'm wrong. I hope if it's 31-28, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. I want to see. Listen, I want to see Caleb develop. You know what I wanted before the season. I didn't want Caleb, but he's here. But we're here now, so I want him to be developed. I want him to be a stud. I want him to lead this team to the playoffs consistently. Lead this team to an NFC Championship game. Lead this team to a Super Bowl. He's here now. He's our guy. I would love to see him do that. He has the ability. He has the talent. Now he needs the coaching. Now he needs the God-blessed coaching. I don't think they're going to get it done this week at home. I don't think Green Bay is going to overlook this team. I think Matt LaFleur, the Flower, is going to definitely have them ready to go. They're coming off a bye week. They're seeing all the things all the nonsense that's going on at Hallis Hall. I think they smell blood in the water. I think they're going to come out and try to end this quickly. I think they're going to come out and try and put their foot on our necks and not let up. How much of a fight do we put up? I think this offense is going to put up a much better fight. I don't know how much fight this defense can do. Can Coach Eberflus pull one out of his ass? This would be a signature win. This would be a signature win with all that are going on, with your number one run stopper out, with your number one safety, your free safety out, your strong safety out, the heart and soul of that defense out, and you can pull this off. The opportunity's there. The opportunity's there. All the things with Shane Waldron, the good and the bad, mostly bad and ugly stuff that he had. For this offense to come up and score 4 or 5 touchdowns on this Green Bay team, that'd be dope. I can only pray. I don't think it's going to happen. I can see it happening, but I doubt it will. All right, listen, folks, from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, you have a phenomenal weekend. 12 o'clock, 12:15, Second City Sports with Lakina and Sid. All right, we might do a Bears Den later this afternoon, 2 or 3. Be on the lookout. But also, this will replay tonight at 6. So, guys, from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, you have a phenomenal day, phenomenal weekend. All right. I'll see you guys Monday. I'm your boy, the SuperBack. From everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I am out.